Welcome everyone to Epic Cards and Games Saturday night local tournament that occurred on Valentine's Day. As you can tell, we are all single, except for Ton actually. Welcome, Ton.
Yeah, you fucking nerds. What's up, everyone?
Today we are going to have... Oh my god, I forgot Homeboy's name. I remember Chris, obviously. But homie on the left that's playing... what's it called again? The deck?
Melodious.
Melodious, there we go. Funny enough, here's a cool fact. At the Fort Worth Regional, the last one that I helped judge, he was actually one of the people that I had to give a rulings to. And it led to him getting a double match loss because his opponent, unfortunately, was slow playing him. And he was rather upset about it. And honestly, it's understandable because why, like, are you forcing that double loss, right? It happens, honestly. Anyway,
yeah, you gotta stay out people for that one.
Exactly. But I'm glad he showed up today, and I had a little conversation with him, and he's honestly pretty chill. So I'm glad that he didn't hold any ill feelings towards that. And I'm pretty sure he was just upset at his opponent, anyways. But here we see Caspar get normal summon from Chris, and he is activating. Well, he activated the Sanct, getting him the token. And now he's going to get the Last Stand, which I believe is the spell trap negate for magical musketeers.
Okay. I see in the Melodious player's hand, I think we're 2 Fuas. I'm surprised he's letting him get this far and not preemptively Fuing on the token.
No.
Oh, I
So
think this is a misplay.
This is a big misplay. So on the summon of the Requiem, he decides to activate not one, but 2 Fualoses. So Chris, if he wants to get some value, should chain the Requiem right now because there is...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he decides to let it go through. Oh no, that's crazy. This is game.
Oh,
this is
just
game.
put back the refrain, man. Oh my god.
Oh man. So yeah, if he had Fuad on the token, it potentially would have been a better outcome. But honestly, I would have waited until the Requiem activated its effect, because then you might get a guarantee. So even if he has Ash, you can just activate the second Fua, and then you get some value anyways.
Yeah, I agree. Even if you have the second Fua, you could like Fua on token, and then chain the second Fua when they activate Requiem. So now you're double punishing them with your Fuas. I'm actually just so upset at how brain dead that play was.
Well, not much you can do here, but he does have... Is that Erebus? Plus
No,
Herald?
that's Herald, and yeah, that's Herald plus another fairy. I forget the name.
Oh, okay.
It, like searches Polly or something.
Gotcha.
Only.
Well,
this play is so crazy. You watch your opponent go -2 and you do nothing.
oh man, that's tough. Well, we're gonna see another magical musketeer be normal summon, and now he's going for the... What's his name? Max.
Max.
And then he could go for another Requiem, but I think Requiem is a hard once per turn for its effects, even if you negate the activation.
No, that's actually not a once per turn. The special summon is the once per turn. So
Oh.
you could use multiple Requiems if you just had them on field.
I see. Well, with this Requiem, it looks like we're going to see Melodious scoop game number 1, and we will be back in game number 2. All right, welcome to game number 2. We're going to see Melodious on the left begin the turn this time, and is that refrain?
Yeah, that's refrain. So the deck already has a bunch of 1-card starters in first movement, ostinato, and refrain. So her being a normal summon should get them the full combo. I think with the glare she's getting couplet. So couplet is going to reveal itself in this special summon. Melodious from hand, I think.
Looks like potential. Yeah, it looks like he scaled, but wow. So ostinato, was that the activation here?
No, he's activating Concerto, I think.
And that's a fusion
that's
summon.
That's their in-engine fusion summon. All of their spells, like Ostinato or First Movement Solo, are going to require 0 monsters on the field.
I see.
So in a Melodious deck, for their non-engine, you're never going to see Nib or Bestials because it turns off their spells.
Well, that is unfortunate. How strong is Retaliating Sea against Melodious? Because I know they banish for some of their fusion effects, but do they want their materials gone?
They I'm not too familiar with the deck when it comes to banishing, but I want to say it is unpleasant still because there is a good chance you pendulum summon, and you also don't get the concerto draw. I think one of their plays is that when you link off your fusion, your fusion spell concerto, you put it back at the bottom of your deck to draw one card.
Whoa.
So he's shutting off some of the resources.
Hold
here.
on, though. We see that the cards are scaled back again. This is not actually what happened, so let me explain the ruling really quick. Even though pendulum monsters will, you know, when they go to grave, they're designated to go to the extra deck. If there is a card effect like Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fissure, etc., and in this case, Retaliating Sea, which is resolving on the resolution of that fusion spell, the pendulum cards will actually be banished. They will not go to the extra deck. So these two monsters that are scaled should be gone right now.
Yeah, that's definitely a misplay on his end.
It's something that people will not know unless they played with pendulums like you and I did back then. But like, unfortunately, this is a ruling that a lot of people are just going to not see here. Okay, so looks like Chris crashed here in the battle phase. So do these cards, are these the ones that are offering the protection at this very moment? Like the pendulums and the little girl on the field?
So the fusion itself doesn't offer any protection. I want to say the fusion itself floats once it leaves the field. It's the monster, the level 4 monster, the Aria, is the one that provides protection. So right now his field cannot be targeted, and they cannot be destroyed by battle. But they can be destroyed by card effects. So something like a Black Rose or Exiton would put in a lot of work for the deck.
Okay. Well, here we're gonna. Oh, no, the Retaliating is gone. Okay, so on the summon of the, what was his name? Soul Taker? Well, Starfire.
That's Starfire.
We're gonna see Fallen in the Virtuous. And now, after it's popped, we're gonna see Chris activate the Fiendsmith Tract, which is going to go ahead and grab him a copy of Larry, unless he has it already. Nope. And then discard it. Alright.
Yeah. Here, I see the Melodious player as Droll. Are you drolling your opponent after this, or are you holding your own Droll?
Well, Chris does have 3 cards, and Droll isn't necessarily very good against a Fiendsmith deck because they always have the option to go into Fiendsmith combo. So I think in this case, Bell is actually a good play here. Ooh. So he's going to go for the Tract, which is going to fusion summon using these 2 magical Musketeer monsters.
The most he can make is Lacrima, and then Lacrima brings back one of the Musket cards.
Yeah, oh, they are light fiends, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does have one other card in it, so maybe it's a spell he can make live.
You know, I guess if you expect him to actually have extenders, it might have been a good idea to go channeling 2 Bell and then channeling 3 Droll, because it is on resolution of the edition.
Yeah.
But like, who kind of expects that they have more gas, right? Oh, so he's trying to activate Droll right here. You cannot do that this far. So Droll is a quick effect, right? And we know it's a quick effect. However, the quick effect can only activate when the trigger is met. So the trigger on resolution would have been on the Lurie in the graveyard, right? Where it does Chain Link 1. He chose to do Bell, and the window is still open for the Droll to activate there. But if that all resolves, in which it did, Ghost Bell cannot. Droll cannot be activated later down the line whenever you please. Now, this is actually something that he did ask me after this round, and I explained that to him, so he knows, of course. But I am just, of course, telling the audience here, as you want to be careful when you activate cards like these.
Yeah. And looks like Chris is being a really nice guy, just letting it go through. I still question the Melodious player's intent on playing Droll, because I feel like if I see a Fiendsmith player, I don't want to see Droll against them. Right? To me, it just gives them a high chance of making Caesar on me.
I agree.
Is what it feels like most of the time.
Yes. So it looks like they're still having a dispute though about it.
Yeah. Maybe we should go past this while they're figuring that out. So it looks like Chris is trying to explain to him why you can't roll.
Yeah. We're gonna. Oh yeah. We're just gonna have to go through. Okay, it looks like they do figure it out then. So we're gonna move all the way. Okay. Alright, so at this point, both players come to the agreement now about the draw ruling. So now, Fallen the Virtuous, but none of his cards can be targeted though, right?
I don't think Arya protects the scales.
Ah.
It only protects monsters.
Okay, gotcha. So we're gonna see now Caspar activate its effect to add 2, and I guess I don't. No, the Link could add. This one is only gonna add 1, which is gonna be the Last Stand. So now, if he wants, he can drop Droll here, and I guess you might as well, because I think Max could grab him another card.
Max does let him search, I think, 2 spells. I forget the conditions for Max summoning, honestly. Can I look it up?
Yeah. We'll see. It looks like Chris is taking his time to investigate the board state and see whether or not he can continue to, do some damage. Because he is already in the main phase 2. So it's not like he's going to be able to get rid of the monsters anyway, since I believe that's still the battle protection. Okay. So he links off with the La Crema, shuffling back a monster to deal 1200 points of damage. And then we're going to see him tribute the Requiem to go ahead and special summon out La Crema from the deck, which is going to dump the Engraver. And now we're going to see him dump out the Engraver. And now Engraver should be able to shuffle back, which he has a lot of options. Looks like he's going to shuffle back a Magical Musketeer monster to summon Engraver out. And technically, we know what's in the Melodious player's hand, so we're not going to see him being able to drop a nib or anything, sadly. So now we're going to see him go for the Necroquip Princess. It looks like he's going for a Light and Dark Chaos Angel. Now, Chaos Angel...
He's trying to advance the scale. I don't really see the impact all too much, because they're still under that targeting protection.
Is Chaos Angel not unaffected? Maybe, maybe not. Probably unable to do so anyways. I don't know. We'll see. The Chaos Angel does resolve, which is going to banish the... What do you say that was? Couplet?
Couplet, yep.
Okay.
Which is usually a 1-up for the deck. So that's a big resource gone for their strategy.
Okay. Well, we're going to see both players move on to the end phase, and both players getting a copy of the Fallen and the Virtuous, and that is actually a really good card to out the Chaos Angel, so we're going to see Melodious try to play again.
Yeah, you think that was a big misplay on Chris's end? Because in my opinion, I'm not making Chaos Angel if I know they're going to get another Fallen, just to pop it. I feel like that's a bit of a waste of resources, and I would have rather just made a Desiree.
Do you think Desiree deals with the current board that the Melodious player has?
It doesn't out the Arya, but it puts pressure on them because of the piercing, and Arya is 1200 defense, so you hit them for all the damage that you can, and then you basically force them to link it off, which gives you the chance to out. They have to out their own board, otherwise you're just gonna hit their Arya again, and then they'll lose.
Okay. Well, he goes for the Link 2. He discarded to bring back a fusion. Is that what it does?
No, I don't think that's what the Link does. I want to say the Link specials 2 from the deck, and the Baka Reborning is its own card. Let me double check my math on that.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know what effect he did, but that Link summon discards 1 card to special 2 from the deck.
I see.
So I'm not sure what he's doing or how the Baka got summoned back, or...
Yeah, me neither. And then he has the fairy on the field now, and I don't think that Chris negated the effect to summon from the deck. Does it have to remain face up on the field, or am I tripping?
The Arya?
Yeah.
It just kicks in whenever it's summoned, so I imagine he summoned it again.
Then that means he should have
the Baka.
Yeah.
He should definitely have more, because I think he's cheating overall, because Link 2 should get 2 random monsters. and that's it, right? The only reason he has the Aria is because he brought back the Fusion, and the Fusion floats into a Melodious monster in your graveyard, which that play is legal, but him getting to Baka in the first place, I think, is the cheating part. I don't see how he got there.
Well, unfortunately, we are just going to see them move to the end phase, which got Chris the Fallen and the Virtuous. And one thing that I don't know why players do is I don't know why they set the Fallen and the Virtuous in the Spell and Trap Zone on the opponent's end phase. It should be added to your hand because you never know when an MST can hit you. But I guess you're not going to see it in Melodious, so...
Yeah. I guess that's something to be aware of during the Radiant Typhoon matchup. But this again kind of goes back to my point to where I feel like Chaos Angel is a waste here. I would much rather just see a Desiree and just hit for a bunch of piercing damage. And just put the Melodious player on the clock. Like, you know, you have one turn to win or I'm going to kill you.
Well, we are going to see Chris pop off, essentially, and he's going to go ahead and dump another Engraver after tributing the Requiem to summon the La Crema. And he can go for a sequence play here, but he does have to be worried about the Fallen and the Virtuous, right? So, kind of had to be a little careful with how he plays it. Here on summon, if the Melodious player wants, he can pop the sequence and then prevent Chris from going in, but if Chris plays Muckraker, he can always just bring it back, right? So that's something to take note of.
I don't think it even matters because that Musketeer monster on the right is a light fiend, so you could just link off with the Chaos Angel and then remake the sequence. If you like shuffle back the sequence with Engraver or something.
Well, he already used Engraver effect, I think. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, one thing that we see is that Desiree is not being linked off. I would link it off. Because, like, you can remove the monster, and what if, like, this gets popped with the Fallen? Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like he is going to go for the Day. Now, Desiree is going to go ahead and shuffle back a Light Fiend. I mean, it might as well just be a Musketeer, yeah, because those are always going to be free for you to put back. And then send the, what's the fairy name?
Aria. You still can't target it, so you can only force the Fall and the Virtuous, and Agnum Day will just tag out.
I see, yeah, so... And then it's activating under that Musketeer monster zone, so he's going to be able to get its secondary effect off, so... Activate Agnum Day, Chainlink, 3 to special summon back out Desiree and give it an additional 600 for its link rating. And... I mean, this is...
Like he doesn't know what Agnum Day does.
Yeah, this is going to be game, unfortunately. Yeah, he's reading the card really quick. That's tough, but honestly, it is kind of what you expect. He didn't have the most Melodious cards to start with, although you said Refrain was a one-card combo, but you also had to deal with Retaliating Sea, so it's kind of tough, honestly, to keep going after that, because if he linked summoned the monsters, they would have been banished, and then he wouldn't have gotten any value whatsoever.
Yeah, he wouldn't have. He probably made the best play he could have there, honestly, just adding on Aria and hoping that gets him there with his non-engine. But I just don't see him coming back from this, especially with the Desiree hitting him in the face here. It's not game for sure. He has another turn, I think, but 5,600 is a lot of damage to take.
Yeah, especially when it's piercing plus the Chaos Angel 35. Honestly, this might just be game. Yeah, it looks like Melodious is going to scoop, and we are going to see Chris win with the Magical Musketeer deck. So he's on the roll, currently undefeated. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, if you're ever in the area for Hearst, Texas, please come on out to Epic Cards and Games, where we host Yu-Gi-Oh! Every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday night at 7 p.m.